morning, good afternoon, whatever time you are watching us. This is Healthy Living with Nana. So you are going to be with us today and you are going to learn a lot. We have our lady, Lilia Hanson. Thank you so much for coming. I know the ladies and the men are going to enjoy today because you have another special thing for us that we are going to discuss today. For the benefit of those that will be watching us for the first time, do you want to introduce yourself for them, please?
Yeah. So my name is Lilia Hanson. I am a qualified nurse. I work in early pregnancy and gynecology. I am married with 3 children and a grandson. And all the topics that are to do with women, from head to toe, just ask. We will be going through them one after the other.
Thank you. So Lilia is our lady for the women and for the men. Now we know that anything to do with women health has everything to do with men health. Because if the women are healthy, the men are healthy. So take a seat, relax, and enjoy what is going to happen. So I will first of all ask you the topic we are going to discuss today. What is our topic today?
So our topic today, Naana, is on fibroids.
Great.
Fibroids. Fibroids which affect women.
Yeah.
That is what we are going to talk about today. And under the topic, we are going to talk about how it is diagnosed, how people know they have it, the treatment methods, and how to take care of yourself when you have this fibroids.
Good. So go ahead, educate us.
Good. So somebody will ask what fibroids are because in our community, if we see anybody with a big stomach, we just go, the person has fibroids.
Yeah.
It doesn't,
because it's very common.
It's very common.
It's very common.
Fibroids in general affect Afro-Caribbean women more than any other women in the world. So Afro-Caribbean, some Indians have it. Asian countries, some also have it. It affects women between 16 and 50.
Right.
That is when you are in your productive age. When you are still producing children. You have more estrogen in your body.
Yes.
And this estrogen is produced by the ovaries. They just give that estrogen in the body, they produce it in large quantities, and so fibroids are able to develop in our uterus.
Right.
The fibroids normally are in the uterus, outside the uterus, and as you enter the uterine cavity.
Right. So what makes it start in the first place?
So with fibroids, some people can have it the whole of their life without even knowing, because it will not give you any symptoms. With some people, you will not even, some women, no symptoms at all. So normally it is diagnosed by accident. So all of a sudden you may have a really, really heavy period that the bleeding and the clot will be unusual from your normal period. Say normally you have periods that last for 4 days every month. This period will be about 7 days, heavy with clots and painful as well. And then it will jog your memory to say, why have I had this kind of painful period?
So will everybody with fibroids had a painful period?
Mostly,
but you can have people that will
not have it.
Okay.
Will not have that kind of period. But in most cases, you will have that heaviness, and then the clots, and it's so red and it's so fresh. You know, you have your period. Sometimes it's not as fresh.
It gets dark. Sometimes it's dark.
But this is really red.
Red.
Yeah. And so it makes you feel really tired and dizzy and everything that, it makes you feel unwell a little bit sometimes. So you need to let your GP know.
Does it mean that if somebody have their period and it's very red and it's a lot like that, they need to seek help?
You need to seek help. Because it can happen once. That's fine. That could be nothing. It could be one of those times when you've had a heavy period. But if it continues, like this month you've had it, the next month you've had it, the following month, obviously your hemoglobin level will be going down.
Yes.
And so you'll be feeling dizzy. You just touch the fingers and you cannot see the redness anymore, and the tiredness that comes with it
because
indicates
of the
that
low hemoglobin.
You've lost a lot of blood. Yeah. So when you realize that you've had people who don't have children at all, people who don't have children at all, because the more you are producing children, the less the chance for you to have fibroids.
And why is that?
Because the estrogen, I suppose, because you are producing and it's going through childbirth and all of those things, the womb gets the womb also, or the uterus gets a job to do. So probably when the womb is just there and nothing is going on apart from your period, it gets the chance, the fibroid gets the chance to develop. Nobody knows. Up until now, nobody knows why fibroids develop.
And sometimes they become very big.
Very big. Very big. That's the next thing we need to talk about. So the diagnosis will be, you've gone to let your GP know that you're having this kind of heavy period. Your periods are on and off as well. You've informed the doctor, they've giving you the ultrasound scan. Ultrasound scan can be on your abdomen and also through the vagina, just to check and make sure everything is okay there. So once it is noted, the ultrasound machine, once they check, they will be able to find where the fibroids are. Some of the fibroids develop outside the womb. Some will be inside. And so it depends on where the fibroid is.
So if it's outside the womb, does it mean it's attached to the uterus somehow?
Outside.
Attached to the
with the uterus. Say this is the size of the uterus. The inside of the uterus you can have some of the fibroid there, and outside you can have some as well. When they are outside, they don't cause much of a problem. The ones that are inside. And outside and inside together can be very, very troublesome as well, because this is pushing and this one is also pushing. So then it becomes really painful.
And does the pain occur anytime or only when you are in your periods?
Mostly when you are in your periods. Mostly when you are in your periods. Yeah. So once you are diagnosed, they know it is definitely fibroid and it's giving you problems. Some fibroids will be there. They will not cause any problem. And you have to just leave it to be. When the pain occurs, you can be given medications to control the pain. And with these medications will be in the form of ibuprofen, paracetamol, codeine if the pain is really bad.
So like the simple painkillers
should be able to control it if it is not causing much of a problem. Then simple pain relief will be fine. If it gets to a point where the fibroids are large, and when we say large, we are talking about 4 centimeters. Some are that size.
Because every time you have to measure.
They measure. They keep an eye on fibroids.
I've seen one that is very big. Because I watched a program and they did this surgery and remove it, and it was like a yam.
Yeah. So many of them. The big ones, smaller ones.
And
so that is where you probably saw the one that was as huge as a yam. And some can protrude the woman's stomach,
because
and it will look
like that,
they are pregnant.
Yeah.
The whole year through, the stomach will be distended like a pregnant woman.
Yeah.
All of it will be when you're not pregnant. When it gets to that stage, then the only thing they can do for you will be surgery to remove all of these fibroids.
So before then, they won't do anything.
They won't do. If they are small, they will try to treat it. Because if you think about surgery to do with the womb, and a woman who hasn't had children before, or even though you may have had children before, it is major. It is extensive, going through the womb and taking all these fibroids one after the other. It is a big surgery, so they will try as much as possible to reduce your chances of having the surgery. So they will try, as I said, pain relief to see whether your pain will be relieved, because they are up to a point the fibroids will shrink on its own.
Their own. Okay.
Because your body will stop producing the estrogen, or the estrogen will be lessened as you grow.
Okay.
So by 50, all of the estrogen mostly will be gone. And that is when you enter your menopause. If you are entering menopause, there's hardly the chance that the fibroid will grow more. So it's before menopause, that's when it becomes really dangerous, and it needs to be, when it needs to be removed, it has to be removed.
Especially when the person is at the childbearing age. That they want to have babies, and some people will not be able to conceive because of the fibroids.
You will not be able to. It affects fertility as well. Yeah, it affects fertility. And even those who are pregnant and have fibroids, if there is a fibroid blocking the birth canal, then you are assessed and you have to have cesarean section, because this fibroid is blocking the birth canal. The baby cannot pass through, and therefore you have to have surgery to remove the baby. Yeah. So
if not, it becomes dangerous.
It becomes dangerous. Yeah,
this is amazing. Dangerous. We are learning a lot. Yeah. So fibroid is something that happened to lots of women. Lots of women.
Let me come in there. 1 in 3 women. Statistics. That is what the statistics show. 1 in 3 women will have fibroids
at a point in their life.
Yes, so it is very, very prevalent in skin color as well, Black and Caribbean people, Asian origin. It is very, very prevalent.
All right. But when they are small, you say that sometimes the body can absorb it at a point in time when it will shrink.
Yes.
So when it shrinks like that, then it will disappear. Will you have it out in a form in your menses, or what will happen?
It will
just go.
It's natural. It will go. Nobody touches it. You will not have any medication.
It will not come out
for
you to see.
It will not come out for you to see. Some people will have fibroid. A few years, you go back and you have a scan. It's all gone.
Yeah, because I've heard it before that somebody was pregnant and they said the person have got small fibroids. It didn't affect the pregnancy. The pregnancy was okay, and then we had the baby. But then with the second child, there was no fibroid.
It's true.
So she couldn't understand. She was like, was that the
true
truth
or not?
You understand? You might think it wasn't.
You would think it's not true. Yeah. But it's very, very true. That's why when they see fibroid the first time, they don't want to do anything to it. They will give you at least 6 months to go back and have another scan. That is in the UK, as far as I'm aware. But in Ghana or in any other part of the world, I don't know how the gynecologist will treat it. Because in 6 months' time, it could be gone. And if it is becoming bigger, then they will find a way of dealing with it.
And this is the part that we give our viewers a job to do. Please
Let us know
how you deal with it in your country, in your community, how you deal with fibroid. Please message us. Healthy Living with Nana on YouTube, Healthy Living with Nana on Facebook, Naana I. Please let us know. Carry on, Lilia. Thank you.
So treatment of fibroid.
Yes.
We already mentioned surgery. We went the other way. So first of all, medication to control your pain and the bleeding. So they will give you medication. One of them is called tranexamic acid, where whenever you have your period, you take them to reduce the amount of bleeding that you have, because the more you bleed, the more you become tired, and the more you lose your hemoglobin goes down. You're losing so much blood. So that controls that. And then they will give you another one which is called mefenamic acid, which has ibuprofen in it. So this will control the pain for you.
So everything has to have the acid.
Yes. So once you've taken this up to a point, say 3 months, and it's still not helping, they will need to change the plan and use something else. So with that, they might say, have some injection. These injections we have in our abdomen. This shrink. The injections will shrink the fibroid. Even with people whose fibroids are quite large, some are even more than the 4 centimeters, 6 centimeters that I was talking about. Some are really big. And for surgery to even go ahead, it needs to shrink.
A little
you
bit.
need at least 3 or 4 of the injection to shrink it a bit more before
to do the surgery.
They are able to do the surgery for you.
Whether surgery or no surgery, you still start with medical treatment first.
Yeah, they will do all of these things to see how, unless you have a consultation with the doctor and you express your view that you don't even want your womb anymore, and so therefore they will not even they will have a really deep discussion with you, depending on your age and whether you've had your children. So take me for instance, if I've had 3 children, I'm okay, I don't want any more children. My
no
youngest is 18, no pension baby. 18 years old, it's enough. I don't need any more children. So in case I'm diagnosed to have fibroid, the only thing I will tell my doctor will be, please remove this womb and let me be. If I was to be 40 and they are thinking about, oh, are you going, maybe you have another child, so we don't want to be in trouble. Let's wait, do the injections, do this. Some people are so adamant they don't want any more children. Remove my womb, because once the womb is out, there will be no fibroid, and I can have my peace of mind. Otherwise, they will remove the fibroid.
So then you have a choice.
You have a choice.
You have a choice to say, I want it removed.
You have a choice.
What if you don't have children and you have decided you don't want children? Will they still remove it, or?
They will, but you know, in England, everything has to be done systematically. You will sign a consent form to say you have given them that chance. Even so, they will be delaying a bit. They will be, in case you change your mind.
Give you the chance to change your mind. The chance to change your mind.
If you don't want to change up to a point, and you are telling them this is what I want, they will do it for you.
Yeah, because the mind can change at any time.
At any time.
Because today, or maybe you'll be in some relationship and you thinking, oh, I don't want children.
Yeah, and all of a
sudden you meet somebody else and you are like, ooh, I want to have it, and no womb. What do we do?
Yeah, so it's very.
So it's something that you cannot just say you want. You have to think about it. You have to
think about it, and they will have an extensive conversation with you before they do anything.
Yeah.
So if we have a little bit of time, we can also talk about the aftermath in case you've had fibroid surgery. So with fibroid surgery, most of the doctors, as far as I'm aware, will give an infusion after the surgery to help with the bleeding. Because once you've had surgery, we've heard so many stories from places, from different countries, where women have this surgery, which is quite extensive. It is a very, very invasive procedure. And so you have to be well taken care of in the first few days, especially the first 48 hours. You need to be taken care of really well. And so most of the doctors will give an infusion because you went under anesthetic to have the surgery. You'll be too drowsy to swallow the medication. So they will give an infusion which helps to reduce the bleeding. This medication is like the one you were taking when you were bleeding quite heavily. So it's mefenamic acid. I know that because I've been on the wards for on the gynecology wards for a long time. Very long time. So this infusion will be given to you for 24 hours. So we'll give it every 8 hours for the next 1 day to see what the bleeding is like. The following morning, you'll be helped to come out of the bed nicely. You need to help yourself as well. Start stretching because we are thinking of blood clot. This is major surgery you've had. So
you don't want to be in bed for a long time.
As soon as morning comes, you've had your breakfast, they will help you to take a shower, and then you'll be able to have a short walk around your bed. That will be the first step. Pain relief, they will be on top of your pain relief. Even some will be an infusion one for the next 24 hours to help you move, because the movement is very important.
So this movement, who is going to be responsible for it? Is it going to be the nurses, or is going to be special people coming to help you move?
The nurses, the healthcare assistants, they help you to have a wash. They
so
will be
no physio.
No physio.
No physio.
They will come in. These nurses who are always with you in the ward will help you to move about, and you have to cooperate because they are doing all of these things to help you get better sooner rather than being in bed and having a clot. Because after surgery, the risk of having a clot in the lung, in the legs, is very, very high. They will be giving you injections to thin your blood as well. All those are normal. It's not just you they are giving it to. They are giving it to everybody who is lying in bed for more than the normal times.
I think most people that are used to hospitals will know that it's a normal process in the hospital. Once you are admitted at a certain age, at a certain weight, you automatically have it. So we don't know how other people, as Nana always chips in to ask about how other countries deal with surgery after you've had your fibroids removed. You need to let us know. Maybe yours is different. We can learn from each other and get on with whatever we are doing. We have some home techniques that we can also learn. Now that we learned the other time how we have medicalized pregnancy. Now maybe people of old were using different forms of techniques also regarding fibroids. Maybe they had a way of actually diagnosing fibroids that we are not even aware of. So we can learn. If you know, if your grandma was doing this in your community and you know of something else, please let us know. Contact us and let us know. So what else do we need to know about? Now this is healthy living with Nana. It's about everything. It's not about eating alone. It's not about our health alone. It's about a lot of things. Concerning fibroids, is there any particular food that you think the person can eat that will help them not to develop fibroid to begin with, or once they know they have fibroid, they can eat to help their well-being?
What I know, I feel they are all myths. They are not true.
Right.
Because people keep saying, oh, because we are Afro-Caribbean and we eat tuber foods like yam and cocoyam and potatoes. That's why. But if you think about, the English people, they also eat potatoes a lot.
But they have fibroids?
They do, but it's not like ours. It's not like the Afro-Caribbean.
Maybe it's the potato tuber.
So I know you have
potato.
to. Yeah, you have to eat.
I haven't heard that one before.
Oh yeah, they associate fibroids because of the way it developed. It's like that, like the tuber.
Yeah, because I told you I saw one like a yam. So that person would say that would be my grandma yam. Because the way that thing was, I don't know. Yeah,
I have seen with my in real life about 36 fibroids removed from a young lady thinner than myself.
Wow.
So it doesn't matter your size. If the fibroids are there and they need to be removed, allow them to remove it.
Move it.
It
will help you, because if you are having symptoms like heavy bleeding and pain in your periods, you don't want to go through it.
No.
So once you are facing this heavy bleeding, painful bleeding, redness, too red. We have learned today, if you find your period too red, too heavy, please seek medical help. And there is help out there to help you resolve it. Yeah. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
If there's anything else, you can let us know. If not, Healthy Living with Nana, we are going to prepare something delicious today. And this is as a way of helping everybody stay healthy. It's all about health. We eat healthy, we drink with health, we sleep, we get our good health, our mind, because healthy living is about your whole person. It's about your whole person, and it's about the three persons in you, not even just your body, your mind, your soul, your spirit. You need to be in health in all round. So we are ending here. We will see you again. We will take a break, and when we come back, that will be the eating side. See you soon.
Thank you, Nana.
You're welcome. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you.
It's been an amazing day, and we are going to have you again, and my viewers are going to be ready, waiting for you again to learn more about women's health.
Thank you, Nana.
Thank you. Hello, welcome back. I love this edition. And this is the part that Healthy Living with Nana, I have made it my business for us to cook simple recipes, giving recipe ideas, how we can eat healthily to keep in shape, to keep good health. So this is the part we have reached now. Right now, I am going to cook simple recipe, and that is tuna and vegetable spaghetti. So, majority of the people, they know about spaghetti bolognese, where they use minced meat and other stuff. We'll do that in a future program. But today, we are going another healthy way, and that is tuna vegetable with spaghetti. So I will start by introducing to you the stuff we are going to do today, okay? We have here our minced vegetables, which comprises of peas, French beans, carrots, and sweet corn, okay? These are the vegetables we have in the minced vegetables. I have here tuna. Tuna is very good. It's fish. Any fish is good for you. So with this program, because it's healthy living program, we will be cooking lots of fish as food, okay? So that's our tuna. I have just opened it and put in a bowl. I have here my red onions. This is 2 red onions. I've chopped 2 red onions together. I have here garlic and ginger. Garlic and ginger, and they are simply just frozen ones which are stored out. Okay, healthy living is about making things simple for you, making things in a way that you will not have stress. This here is tomato, and this is thin chopped tomato. Okay, if you are somewhere you don't have thin chopped tomato, don't worry, it's not a problem. All you have to do is to chop your tomato into little pieces, and you are done. Fresh tomato, you chop into small pieces, you are done. This is my tomato puree, okay? Tomato puree. I have here the main man. The main man here is the spaghetti. I have already cooked this spaghetti just because of the program time sake. That is why I have cooked it, just to save time, nothing else. So all you do is to boil the spaghetti in warm water, okay? You let the water boil, you add your salt into it, and you cook your spaghetti. So it's simply done like that. I have white pepper here. I have 1 cube here, just to give it a little bit of flavor. And I have my salt here. I'm going to use olive oil. So that's my olive oil. I will, without taking much of your time, I will start straight away by putting the cooker on. Okay, the cooker is already on. So I will put in a little bit of my olive oil. Okay, this I am not going to measure. Just pour a little bit of olive oil, not too much, just a little bit. And I'll let this one heat a little bit before putting in the onion, and we'll start. It's very quick. This anybody can do. So try and do it, and let me know if you haven't cooked something like this before. You do it, you have success, please let me know. Healthy Living with Nana. Okay? So the oil, I believe, should be hot. Yeah, it's hot now because it has melted. So I put in the onion. Okay, I put in the onion to start cooking. Put in the onion. I'll put the whole onion in. Onion is very good. It's good for your health. It gives the food a lot of flavor. So when you are cooking and you are using onions, don't worry about it, okay? Don't worry about it at all, because it's good for you. Onion is good for you. You will let this cook a little bit, okay? And then we carry on from there. This will be amazing. It will be amazing. Don't worry if it's taking time, because it's going to be delicious. I'll add my ginger and my garlic to it. Okay? Not too much. Okay. Not too much. Just a little bit of ginger and garlic. You let the onion cook a little bit before you add the garlic and the ginger, because you don't want it to burn. You don't want it to burn. It's coming up nice. I'm loving it. So the next thing going in is your tomato puree, okay? You add your tomato puree. You let the onions brown just a little bit, and then you add your tomato puree, okay? Anybody can do it. So you can take how much tomato puree you like. It doesn't matter, depending on how much pasta you have, how much spaghetti you are doing. That will depend on how much tomato puree you will have, okay? With this, I always say it's not a cooking program. It's just cooking tip, something we can do to help ourselves, to make our life easier, to just to share idea of things we can eat or something we can add to our normal recipes. Everybody have got their own delicacies they use at home, but sometimes it's always good to have an idea also from somewhere that you can add to your own recipe. Okay, so we will let this one also brown just a little bit of cayenne pepper. This is cayenne pepper. Okay, just a little bit of cayenne pepper. And you want to put in all your dry ingredients before you put the fresh ingredients. You put in all your dry ingredients before you put in your fresh ingredients. Okay, so I'll put in the chopped tomato. Okay, put in my chopped tomato. It's looking amazing. Okay, so I'll let it cook a little bit before adding mine. Before then, I'll put in a little bit of salt. Just a little bit of salt, okay? I'll add just a little bit of water, okay? I don't want too much water because I'm going to fold in the spaghetti. So I want just a little bit of water. I don't want it too watery, alright? I'll keep stirring it because I don't want it to burn. You know, it doesn't have water. So it risks burning. So you keep stirring it so it does not burn. That is why I keep stirring it. So I'm not going to put a lot of water, purely because the vegetable have also got water in it. So just a little bit of water is enough. When it's cooking like this, and you see the oil that you use beginning to come out on top, then you know it's getting cooked. For it to know it's ready, you have to have the oil you use settling on top, okay? Because when you first put the things in, you will not see the oil. The oil will be somewhere you will not be able to see it. But then at a point, you will see that the oil is settling on the top. Okay? At this point, it is now cooking. I've seen the oil coming up. When you see the oil coming up, you know it's ready. So I'll put in my vegetables. It's good to have lots and lots of vegetables, okay? Vegetables is good to use. So because of the vegetable, I didn't put lots of water because the vegetable has got water in it, okay? I'm putting lots of vegetables because I want it to be healthy. So I'll put the cover on for it to simmer. Looking amazing already. I've got 1 cube here. I'm going to use it just to bring the flavor out, okay? Just the 1 cube. You don't need any fancy spices, just 1 cube. With the ginger and the garlic, it's enough. Just 1 cube to bring out the flavor. Make sure you cook it slowly. When you are home, you have time. You take your time to cook it slowly. Every food that you cook and you make it slow, you get all the nutrients going in, all the things that you have in all the ingredients mixing together nicely. If you rush it, some of it will burn, some of it will be cooked, some of it will not properly cook, and the taste will not be as you were expecting. But if you take your time and you cook it, it becomes amazing. So now our pasta, our spaghetti is going to be amazing because we are not going to rush it, okay? Quick, simple recipe, but delicious. if the tuna was fresh, I could have fried it just a little bit with the onion before adding the rest of the stuff. But okay, tuna time. We're going to put in the tuna now. Tuna have got salt in it, so you don't want to overdo it. Okay. We are nearly done. We are nearly done. Now I can put in the cube. I'll just squeeze it and put it in just to give it a little bit of flavor. As I said, I've already washed my hand, so I can touch it because I washed my hand. Okay. Washing of hand is very important. So you'll be tidying up your environment, and then with the cooking as well, you will cover it so it doesn't boil everywhere. Number one. Number two, keeping the steaming also helps it to cook faster, because you have covered it, the steam is inside and it helps it to cook faster. Okay. Yummy, yummy. It's looking yummy. It's looking yummy. The spaghetti is already cooked. As I said, I just cooked it in salted boiling water, and I've left it here so that it's quicker to use. We don't have to now cook this and make the sauce. So I've just made it easier this way, so that the next time you want to follow it, just cook your spaghetti on the side. Let me know when you try it, and if you haven't done this before and you try it, please let me know how it comes out by sending me a message on YouTube, Healthy Living with Nana. So some people can just serve it by just putting the sauce on top of the spaghetti, but when you do it like this, you see there is a difference in it. Okay, going to be delicious. Going to be delicious. Okay, it looks nice. Oh, it looks yummy. Turn it. So I think this is spaghetti jollof. Spaghetti jollof. I think I'll call it that. Spaghetti jollof. I'll call it spaghetti jollof. Yeah? So that's the name. If somebody asks you, what did Healthy Living with Nana cook today? Spaghetti jollof. Yeah, let everybody know. You have witnessed spaghetti jollof. Okay, so here we are. Our spaghetti jollof. Okay, spaghetti jollof is here. I give you spaghetti jollof. All right. You use it on the hob, you bring it to the table. Your whole family surround it. If you are by yourself, it doesn't matter. You can still bring it to the table. You bring your plate, you eat and you enjoy. Okay? So now I'm going to serve myself. This is the tasting time. Okay? Tasting time. Okay? Bon appetit. It's very hot. I'm even scared of putting it in my mouth. It's very hot. This is nice. Spaghetti jollof is very, very nice. So, you know, we started with a new name. We have ended with another name. So thank you so much for watching Healthy Living with Nana. Tune it every time we are on and watch it. And please stay tuned. Tell your friend to tell a friend to tell a friend to follow us and to watch us. This is the program that you learn about your health and you learn about cooking as well. Just simple recipe, nothing complicated. Something anybody can do. Because this is a dish that you can have and you get all the nutrients in their right proportion. You get your carbohydrates in your pasta, your vitamins and minerals in your vegetables. You get your fish and oils in your tuna. We use olive oil for our fat. And when you are eating, the proportion is very, very important. Don't eat too much. It's delicious, but I can't eat more than this. Because I know why. I just want to eat little. Okay? So portion sizing is very important. So all the best. See you again.